Hello everyone and welcome to this Sarah and Chutney live stream. The date is the 2nd of August 2026. I don't know why I'm saying that. This all sounds very official. If you are new here and this all looks quite confusing to you, who is Sarah and who is Chutney? Well, this is Chutney. She is my stuffed toy hedgehog, of course, who I've had since I was 9 years old. And since I was 9, which is quite a long time now, she has been sharing with us and for the last couple of years on YouTube with the world about her world, Chutasia, that she comes from. And this here we can see is a map of Chutasia and all the different exciting places that we can learn about that we may come across in this stream. So, as is now becoming a tradition on the Sarah and Chutney live stream, Chutney does talk, by the way. Do you want to say hello?
Hello and welcome to the live stream. I'm sorry we're a little bit late. She was taking ages to put her makeup on. I don't need makeup because I'm already beautiful without it.
Okay, so as is now traditional, there will be several segments, and in between the segments, we will take viewers' questions on anything from Chutney's favourite foods, Chutney's favourite outfits, history of Chutasia, but also the more weird and wonderful about Chutasian time travel, Chutasian philosophy. We've had lots of questions about the relationship between Chutney and I and our telepathy and our essence. So it's not called philosophical world building for no reason. The traditional segments now are Chutney's horoscope segment, where Chutney will give you a weekly horoscope in the Chutasian fashion, of course. There's also Chutney's guided meditation segment, where we can take a moment of peace in the Chutasian tradition. This week, we're also going to be trialing 2 other segments, as you can let us know what you think about it. One of them I'm going to call random access memory or random input memory. I'm sure you can come up with a better title, where we want to ask Chutney just some inquiring questions about things that she might remember from Chutasia, maybe with some random inputs. That's where I'm going with that. So just some words or some ideas. And then we're going to do another section sort of about hypothetical questions where you can ask Chutney a bit more obscure things like, you know, if you were a pie, what kind of pie would you be, and see where that takes us. So that's where we're at. I'm still sort of new at live streaming, although I think we're getting better. If you are watching this in the future recorded, please do look at the chapters, and that will be helpful in knowing what were the most interesting things that came up, and whether there were bits that you should skip. But we'll see. So let's start off with depending on what the chat would like. If the chat would like to ask Chutney obscure questions, or if chat would like to focus on Chutney's memories. We'll wait for a couple more people to arrive before we do horoscopes and meditation, because that's more fun when there's several people taking a part, so we'll just let people join. So yeah, anything that I've missed there?
No, I think you've mostly covered what I would have said. Yeah, all right, we'll wait for the chat.
So some things, I think sometimes we mention, hold on, itch, have an itch on my face, okay. Sometimes we mention things in the stream and then we say, oh, we need to take that away and think about it. One thing that we did go away and Chutney remembered is if I find Simon Peter Pickle, who is now, of course, a reoccurring pickle character, Simon Peter Pickle, of course, being the stuffed animal of the character Shushlicky, who, of course, Shushlicky is one of Chutney's companions in Chutasia, and Shushlicky believes that he is a fictional character, and he highly suspects that he's not real, and he goes around all the different libraries of Chutasia looking for proof as to whether he exists or not. And this is Simon Peter Pickle, and he is the toy of Shushlicky, and Shushlicky has a paracosm associated with Simon Peter Pickle. And Shushlicky's paracosm is, in many ways, highly generic, and highly stereotypical. So he has, in Shushlicky's paracosm, there are elves and orcs, and what are the other ones? They have dragons and dwarves, and you know the type. But what makes Shushlicky's paracosm still a bit strange is that all of the characters are pickles. And we have learned in the past week, Chutney has remembered, thank goodness Chutney has remembered, the name of Shushliki's paracosm. It is, of course, called The Lost Realms of Pickloria. So I'm sure in the coming weeks on our live streams, we will be exploring perhaps who are some of the characters and storylines from this pickle world, The Lost Realms of Pickloria.
But not for too much time because we need to focus on Chutasia.
Yeah, not for too much of the stream because Chutney will get jealous. But in a weird way, Pickloria is part of Chutasia.
Yeah, in a weird way, yes, but not really.
Well, it's part of it. All right, I can see that that we have some messages in the chat, so I'm going to just read. We've got, we can start with the random input memory. I am wondering about Petahogian time zones. So, as we were, and hello, Sprite God, good to have you here.
Hello, Sprite God!
Yay! So we have the king of live streaming. Someday I will be as experienced as Sprite God, perhaps, but there's still I've still got probably a couple years of streaming before then. So to this question about Petahogian time zones. So what is Petahog? So this is Chutasia, which is the realm of the hedgehogs, of the stuffed toy hedgehogs, and it exists on a planet which is called Petahog. So someone in the chat is asking about time zones. So do you want to answer that, Chutney?
All of Chutasia is on the same time zone.
All of Chutasia is on the same time zone. You're grabbing my hair, Chutney.
Yes, so you may or may not know that actually a lot of Chutasians don't really know anything about life outside of Chutasia. We have Chisella, which is a known place, but it's an enemy. Well, it's an enemy to the crown. It's not an enemy to me. I know many lovely Chisellan hedgehogs. No, not hedgehogs. Chisellan people. Chisellan animals.
Well, like Mr. Sprinkles. So Mr. Sprinkles is an example of someone from Chisella, but most hedgehogs they wouldn't have ever been to Chisella. They probably haven't met anyone from Chisella. Chutney's just a bit unique because Chutney was involved in a sort of accidentally became involved in the political movement arguing for the free trade between Chisella and Chutasia. So as we might have said, at the top of the map where you see Catching Cliffs, which is like grey, between Catching Cliffs and Spycas, that is called the Strait of Bendy, or if you will, the Bendy Strait. And that's where a lot of ships come in from Chisella, bringing goods of a sort. And Chutney gets to know these Chisellan visitors and tradesmen.
Tradesmen.
And yeah, but most hedgehogs in Chutasia, they don't really know anything about Chisella. It's just sort of like, some sort of weird land. And then the rest of Chutasia is called the Chutasian Great Externa. So they claim it as Chutasian, even though they've not been there and they don't know what it is. There are, of course, some adventurers who have gone or tried to go into the Great Externa with, they become legends because they don't come back. So you have, and you can look on my channel, there is the story of Father Hog, who is an adventurer who goes into the Great Externa looking for the Sand Witches, who are a group of witches who also tried to go into the Great Externa. So in terms of the time zones,
yes, I'm sure there probably are time zones. I don't know, but all of Chutasia is in one time zone, and Chutasia pretty much only cares about Chutasia. So I don't know.
But I wonder how that works because there are two suns.
I wonder how that works too. Sounds like something Shushliky would care about in the Lost Realms of Pickloria, but not something that Chutney would care about in Chutasia.
No, it's too technical for Chutney. I'm going to look again at the chat because we've got quite a lot going on. So I'm going to read some of this to you. Chutney, Sprite God is saying that he wants to hear more about the inner world.
Oh, okay, is Chutasia not good enough for you? Am I not exciting enough?
first time we've ever mentioned Pickloria.
Yes, it was one time too many.
I'm happy to share about Pickloria, even if Chutney's not. And then Sprite God shares, I have a world called Magine that is an imaginary world within an imaginary world that is itself imaginary. Wow.
Wow. Well, Chutasia is not imaginary. Well, it depends what you mean by imaginary. We can start the philosophical bit at the philosophical world-building comedy if you want. What does it mean for it to be real? We're all taking it incredibly seriously. We're doing a live stream. You wouldn't do a live stream for something imaginary, would you? Would you?
I don't know.
Okay. I wouldn't do a live stream for something imaginary.
Does that mean that some people, so that he would mean hedgehog people, of course, when we're talking about Chutasia, would that mean that some hedgehog people work during the night and sleep during the day, given that you don't have time zones?
Well, the planet is very big. Science. The planet is very, very big, so no, the whole of Chutasia experiences night and day at the same time.
But you do have different seasons in the different islands.
Yes. I don't see any conflict.
And in fact, the different climates, is it seasons or climates? Are there seasons? There are definitely different climates. Are there different seasons? Oh my, we've never talked about that.
I don't know. Let me think.
There are definitely different climates, and the climates seem to vary in unpredictable ways. If we look at the map, I mean, there are mountains. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Chutney. Like, you've got mountains at the top of Slugtech, which is kind of near the Centipede Desert, which sort of works if that landmass in the top left, if that was really big, maybe that would be okay. But
are you on my side?
I am on your side.
You want to keep this job as podcast host?
It's not really podcast host, is it? I thought I was a theme park manager.
Yes, you have many roles, none of which are paid. If you want to keep this job as my co-host, you need to, just accept that some things don't fit into your idea of logic. But, after all we were discussing this week, there are different ways to know things. Sometimes you know things through experience and insight, and not necessarily through logical knowledge acquisition.
Okay. Sprite God says, Perpetual Dawn is very much imaginary, is all I'm saying.
Well, I would want to know more about the definition of imaginary before I would commit Chutasia to such a word.
It's like Skyrim, where different areas are different seasons, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, exactly. Sprite God understands. He doesn't want to challenge me like you. He just supports me. Yeah, there are different lands.
So do you want to tell us about some of the different places? So we've got Ariziko at the bottom left. It's kind of like a forest, sort of sacred forest vibes, with a little bit of a beach. Then above it you've got the sort of deserts, the sort of hot areas, some green bits where the factories are, and then some mountains, a bit suspicious. Hazan is mostly jungle, the sort of casino island where Tropical is from. Spike Tech is sort of, I think they grow a lot of food there. I think that's why you have the corn. Sort of, well, it's not, I don't know if it's corn, but it's like an emoji of some plants growing. Spikeus is more like, there's some dry. Massland is industrial. I mean, there isn't really a super icy place, actually. I mean, you've got the Blanket Mountains, and you've got the mountains of Slugtech. At the top bit of Slugtech, we've understood that it's not called north, east, west, whatever. It's called top, bottom, left, right, of course. Then you have Sloom at the bottom. It's like sort of volcanic and rocky. Of course, Dumvol is a volcanic island. In fact, we can probably zoom in a bit. So you have this place, Dumvol, which actually at some point we should talk about Dumvol because there is a important character who comes from the island of Dumvol. So yeah, there are some different climates, aren't there?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
It makes sense to you. That's good. That's all that matters. It doesn't really matter if it makes sense to anyone else. Let's put my map back. All right. Okay, well, it's not exactly centered, but that'll do. Right. Let's check the chat. So, does that blah blah blah? I wouldn't ask any such thing if you are making no claims about Chutasia.
Good, thank you. Thank you for being on my side. I will remember that when I open my theme park.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder what the theme park represents. So are we still, which segment are we on? I see that we already abandoned the idea of segments. Are we still on the memory bit? Well, you asked about time zones. I think we've talked about time zones, climates, seasons. Were there seasons?
There's potentially seasons.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
I thought it was random input memory. Do you have tropics and an equator?
You've seen the map. You tell me. Let's do some crowdsourcing for this one. Where do you think that if there were tropics and an equator implies that it's in like the sort of middle bit of the planet, which it might not be?
Yeah, I guess we don't know exactly where on Petahog. Maybe the whole of Chutasia sits only in one hemisphere. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like there's an equator.
Maybe there's a wobbly equator.
A wobbly equator. That could be something.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be something. Asking me these difficult questions. Yeah, there's a wobbly equator. And it's called the jelly line.
The jelly line. Okay. And can you tell us a bit more about what the jelly line is?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us more about the jelly line.
The jelly line is a wobbly line.
Okay.
That influences how people born on the line tend to like jelly more than others. So if you did a survey of Chutasian hedgehogs and you said, do you like jelly? Which for our American viewers is jello. We would say, do you like jelly/jello? And then if you plot them in a graph, then you can like make a line like this. And that would be the jelly line.
Right. So does it move?
Yes, as opinions change.
Okay, so the jelly line is really quite far from an equator, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. This is what Chutasians value. I don't know what kind of science you guys value, but I value the jelly line.
Okay. Based on the comment about the planet being very large, I'm now imagining Chutasia as an archipelago, maybe the size of Hawaii. Well, it's true that like this might be the actual size. I mean, we've done a lot of talking now that we think that this is accurate of what she looks like. You know, what they look like. They are stuffed animals. I've got the other ones with me. This one's easy to grab. So this is actually what they look like. And this one is meant to be particularly small in relation to Chutney. I don't know why she's so sparkly though. How does that?
Maybe she had some sort of plastic surgery.
Okay. Either that or she has like some really cool genetics that you don't have.
No, I think she had plastic surgery.
Okay. So that could be the right scale. So yeah, you could imagine actually. The size of Hawaii. I mean, could be. But it does complicate things because Chutney always talks about how one day I'm going to go to Chutasia. Apparently, that's what's going to happen when I when I enter the mindset that one requires to enter the time soup, i.e. When I die, that Chutney always said that we'd all go to Chutasia. So am I going to be like giant? I think that's always a question that I've had about this kind of plan of me going to Chutasia. Or it's like, am I going to like step on all of the am I going to be like giant? You know, am I going to be hungry and I'm going to eat basically like all of their food?
I don't know. Do you like potatoes?
Yeah, but I might eat all of your potatoes. Like a bowl of mashed potato for me is like a week's worth of mashed potato for you.
I don't think you know how much mashed potato I would eat. I would think you're being too quick to judge. You've never known me as someone who eats. I don't eat on planet Earth, but I do eat in Chutasia.
So yeah, it could be that it's about the size of Hawaii. But maybe it doesn't really make sense to compare scales in this way. I don't know.
Why not?
Well, I just thought that sounded clever, and I'm meant to be saying philosophical, psychological things, so I thought maybe that would be good.
I don't know. Don't try too hard. If you try too hard, I don't know what I would do. I can't really fire you.
Does the stuff that Americans call jelly, so that would be jam, exist in Chutasia? Yes, jam absolutely exists in Chutasia.
Yes, absolutely. Jam exists in Chutasia. In fact, this is such an important topic. I will even open up my notes and see if there is something interesting to tell you about jam, because there must be several stories about jam.
Yeah, but as always, I've not opened the notes in advance because I'm silly. So let's just open it. This one, and then I should be able to just type in jam. Let's see what happens when I type in jam. Tell me things about jam. I was saying that I've linked all my notes into some sort of AI thing, which doesn't, as far as I'm aware, doesn't learn from what I wrote, but in Chutasia, so this is I will fact check this AI summary of my own work, which is a bit sad, but I just have so many notes now. In Chutasia, jam on toast, which is obviously the favourite, jam on toast. And by jam, it's normally strawberry jam, right? Strawberry or raspberry jam.
Yes, and it must be seedless. It's illegal to have seeds in jam because it's disgusting.
Yeah, it has to be like kids' jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jam on toast is a notable food item with a very specific and unusual traditional preparation method. Rather than spreading the jam directly onto the bread, the custom is to spread the jam onto the board and then squash the bread onto the jam. And then you lift to reveal the result.
Yes, this is a very beautiful technique. Some may call it messy. I would call it artistic. It's, it's all about the experience of the jam on toast.
That must lead to a lot of jam wastage, though.
Well, you can just get some poor little hedgehog like this one, and then they can lick the board of the jam that was remaining.
Okay, not heard that before. Beyond being a snack, jam on toast has a significant religious function. Yes, of course. Chutasian hedgehogs believe they can pay off their sleep debt by sacrificing jam on toast to the sleep god, who is called Drulio. And you can tell when you're in the presence of Drulio because he has a kind of cold and wet feeling when you're around Drulio.
Yeah, Drulio is the god of sleep.
The sort of traditional god of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you need to catch up on some sleep, you can prepare some jam on toast. You put jam on the board, the bread in it, you reveal it up. And then you offer it. How would you offer it to the sleep god Drulio?
You say, Almighty Drulio, sorry to wake you. Almighty Drulio. And then sorry, it should be like, Drulio, wake up. Drulio, wake up. I want to pay off my sleep debt. Do you want some jam on toast? And you wait for a reply. He doesn't often reply because I think he might be fictional. But then you imagine that he replied, and then you go, here is the jam on toast, Drulio. And then you hand it, and then you say, do you want to eat it? And then you wait for a reply. Oh no, there's no reply from Julia. I guess I'll just have to eat the jam on toast.
Okay. And then there are a couple names that are related to jam as well that's been brought up in this search. So some of Alfredo's friends, let's get Alfredo. So Alfredo, of course, as a reminder, is a Chutasian government spy. He's a spy for the Chutasian government, but he's an honest spy, so he doesn't do any lying as part of his spying.
Oh yeah, I'm a principled spy. No lying, just spying. As I always say, no one would think I'd be stupid enough to use my real name. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's his quote. And so one of Alfredo's buddies is called a Sofrito of Jamjal. And he is posted alongside Alfredo at the Royal Palace, which is where Alfredo, of course, meets Chutney's mum. Wow, all the story actually connects. And then there is another person who is called the Earl of Jammy Croissant. And the Earl of Jammy Croissant is a name invented by Princess Chutney. Oh yeah, oh my god, that's another storyline that we have never that we've never talked about. Oh, am I still streaming? Is everything okay? I'll just wait for someone to put a comment before we talk about the Earl of Jammy Croissant. Yes, you're still streaming. Oh, okay. It looked like it came up with a thing like you need to connect your encoder. And I was like, what? I don't know technical things.
It's okay, you've kept your job this time. Everybody is dying to hear about the Earl of Jammy Croissant.
So there is a period during the War of the Potato. So there is a period during the War of the Potato. So Chutney is like a sort of commander in the Chutasian military, which is clearly nothing like what it sounds like. And she leads some of the battles of the war, which again are not really battles.
Yes, they are. They're very prestigious.
I'll have to. I think I've got a separate. I did some other videos. I don't know if I ever finished that series where I was like detailing what the different battles were. But a lot of them is like, I don't know. They get halfway there and then their feet hurt, so they turn around, or the other side doesn't show up because they gave them the wrong date. You know, that's the kind of battles. And anyway, Chutney is kind of she brings shame upon the royals because of her participation in these kind of like nonsensical battles. And so she decides during the war to work undercover as a journalist. And she actually has a little disguise. If I knew I was going to talk about it, I would have brought her little disguise, and it's too difficult for me to find the photo of it. But she has like a little hat and a little monocle and a little cane, and that's her disguise. And the name that she called herself, you'd be like,
hello. That sounded like Shushlicky. Hello, I am Chittenden.
Chittenden is her name as the undercover journalist, and she would kind of discuss the happenings of the sort of different political discussions of what was happening during the War of the Potato under her guise, Chittenden. And so who is the Earl of Jammy Croissant? Because that's how we got here in the first place. So when she couldn't remember like certain people's names, perhaps she used to do sort of like live commentary, which is weird. I wonder, it sounds like almost like horse racing or something. I'm not sure what political live commentary she was doing, but she would like do like live commentary. It's a bit weird.
Wait, what do you mean it's a bit weird?
Well, we've never questioned that part of the story before, but it doesn't totally
what? Doesn't totally make sense? That sounds like a limitation of you, not a limitation of me.
So yeah, she would do this sort of like live reporting as Chittenden. Maybe when like high-profile guests were arriving for banquets or something. There were a lot of banquets during the War of the Potato, actually, which is quite unusual. And
good to keep the elites happy during the war.
Yeah. So yeah, when she was doing this commentary, if she couldn't remember a nobleman's actual name, she called one of them the Earl of Jammy Croissant. And interestingly, the nobleman actually preferred the name the Earl of Jammy Croissant, and he officially adopted it. So there is now an actual the Earl of Jammy Croissant who got his name by Chutney, Chutney calling him that. That's interesting. Wow. I mean, it makes you think. Like, I must have been writing these notes for so long. Like that thing about Jammy Croissant. I must have written that like maybe like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, and I've luckily remembered what it was when it came up. Okay, let's check the chat. Yeah. I don't know if you want to move on to the other theme of things, which was like, we can either do, I respect your approach to things that don't make sense. Sometimes us humans just have to accept it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have any problem with it. Why must things make sense? It seems like something that everybody has bought into without questioning. I think sometimes we should think, what values have we absorbed from society which are not actually our own? You know, like we take a lot of things for granted. Like, oh, you know, you should have money. Oh, you should follow a certain career. Oh, you should sleep during the night and work during the day. This is all extremely conventional. You can question it for yourself. So I would question, why must things make sense? And yes, this is what Chutasia will expose. By not making sense to you, I will expose that you are not questioning things on a deep enough fundamental level. What is real? What can be known? What is valuable? This shall be my gift to the human race.
Okay. Seem passionate about that.
And also, I want a theme park.
Will there be sort of philosophical not webinars, it's like sort of philosophical workshops at your theme park?
There will be rides at the theme park that take you on a physical and spiritual journey. Yeah.
Have you got any ideas about what that might involve?
Well, I felt like maybe if you were very frightened that you were going to get hurt, it might help you access a new frame of mind. You might see things a different way because you saw the imminent death looming for you. And then, like, you'd get off the roller coaster and you'd be like, wow, that was such a life-changing experience. I have understood what is truly valuable in my life. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to leave my wife and I'm going to go to the country and become a cowboy. Thanks to going on that ride at Chutasia World. That shall be my legacy.
All right. We're learning more and more about this theme park every week. I'm not sure I'm feeling particularly like I'd want to visit it.
Why not? Not enough donuts? There can be a philosophical donut shop where all the donuts are not donut shaped. And then I would say, would you like a not donut? a not donut.
Yes, I've understood the joke the first time.
Yeah, I'd be like, would you like some sugar on your not donut? And then I will hand you the not donut and I will say, so is this a donut or is it not a donut? Would you like donut or donut to be?
Okay.
And there can be like a whole questioning around donuts and whether it's still a donut even if it's not the shape of a donut, or if you taste it and it tastes like a donut, but then you open your eyes and you see that it doesn't look like a donut, is it still a donut or not? Or is it partly a donut? Could it be half a donut? Could it be partially a donut? Could it be have some properties of donut but not all the properties of a donut? And how many properties would it have to match in order to be a donut? And who gets to determine what a donut should be after all? And do donuts even exist? And why are we even here?
Okay. Do not or do not to be.
And not to be.
Okay, well, I look forward to the donut stand and the terrifying roller coaster where I put my life in priority. Okay.
I think we fulfilled the bit about philosophical world building. Sometimes you have been a bit scared that our streams were a bit silly and more focusing on the comedy and not so much on the philosophy. I hope that I've settled your concerns.
Yes, thank you. I'm not sure. I still have some concerns, but my concerns are just different concerns now.
Well, what even is a concern?
No. Okay. Let's have a look in the chat to see if anyone has any thoughts. Or we can go on to whatever the next question is. I think there's a bit of a lag at the moment on the stream, so you're always touching my hair, Chutney.
I know.
Are you jealous?
No.
Okay. Should we go on to the questionnaire? Yes. Oh, I didn't realise it was a questionnaire.
A questionnaire? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm getting nervous.
It's a questionnaire about yourself.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm very nervous. I don't know who I am. That's why I do this live streaming, to discover who I am. They don't talk to me otherwise.
That's not true. I talk to you all week.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I just wanted sympathy from the audience. This was funny. At some point, we had 3 viewers, and they came for a little bit, and then they just silently disappeared. I think it was the Donato Donato B that got them. I think they thought, I don't think I have a high enough IQ for this discussion.
Thank you, Sprite God. See you soon. What if you were a colour, Chutney? What colour would you be if you were a colour? I realise now it is just me and Max just playing, but live streamed on the internet.
That's fine. This is the way all of the worldwide famous stuffed toy hedgehogs start their career.
Okay. Is that what Sonic did?
Don't talk to me about Sonic. We discussed that in the other stream.
So you're being asked about what colour, if you were a colour, what would you be? So I'm assuming you wouldn't be blue.
I see. If I was a colour, what colour would I be? Well, I think I am a colour, and my colour is very clearly beige.
I think there are some notes about beige, because beige is quite an important colour. So I'm just going to search and just see if there's anything interesting about beige to share. Tell me about the colour beige. Because it's sort of, it's like the complexion of mashed potato. I mean, actually, you're sort of a dirty mashed potato, to be honest.
That's very rude.
So, in Chutasian culture, there is a popular sentiment that beige is best when it comes to food. This aligns with the national obsession with staples like potatoes, yogurt, cake, and bread, all which fit into this neutral colour palette.
Yes, and I fit into the neutral colour palette too, because beige is best.
There is also a place called the beige area of Slugtack. The most significant geographical mention of the colour is the beige area, a restricted access region on the industrial island of Slugtack. And of course, Slugtack being the bit at the top where we see the industrial catching cliffs. Well, it's not exactly industrial, it's scientific. We have lots of labs. And those labs are existing in what is called the beige area. There is also beige complexion and potato sludge. The colour also appears in descriptions of Chutney's physical appearance. Sarah notes that Chutney has a beautiful beige complexion. Oh, it's true.
Yes, it's true. I have a beautiful beige complexion.
And well, it says she jokingly attributes, but I don't think I jokingly attribute. I think I did attribute it to the use of potato sludge face packs. So actually this was in one of the videos that we did about potato sludge. So potato sludge is one of the byproducts of potato processing in Chutasia. And what they do with the potato sludge is that they put it on their face as like a sort of treatment. They did want to put it on the machinery in the factories of Slugtack. Again, I shall show the map. On the left-hand side, we see factories. These, of course, being the factories of Slugtack, which are very famous. And they did want to try using this potato sludge as like to help the cogs of the factories keep moving. But the hedgehogs just found the potato sludge so delicious that they would climb into the machinery and try to eat the potato sludge, and then you probably have some sort of nasty accidents of hedgehogs trying to eat the potato sludge within the machines. So then they had to stop because it was a safety hazard. So that's a couple trivia about beige. Do we have any more questions? Of course, there is a bit of a lag, so maybe you can do a bit of a dance during the interval. What if you were a Chutasian town, Chutney? So I think you're being asked, if you were a town in Chutasia, which town in Chutasia would you be? Do you want to look at the map? Although I don't know if we actually put the town names on here. So we do have, of course, where the royal palace is, which is in the middle, royal palace. That is in a place which is called Topolus. So we know that there's a town called Topolus. On the right-hand side, in Nosun, we can see there is a little town which is called Poxford, which is where Chutney set up her... Actually, we can put the little... I can use... Hold on, put this like this. Oh, I can use the little pointer. Hold on, yeah. It was more fun when Chutney was pointing it. Can do that again.
It's a bit difficult. I'm not really sure this is worth the effort.
It works better on the other side. Hold on. Oh no, whatever. Okay, well, I'll just explain it.
Yeah. Sometimes things are just not worth the effort.
Then, of course, you have at the top, in the beige area, as we've just discovered it's called, you have Catching Cliffs. That's a town. Other than that, I'm not sure that we have many town names. That's something that Chutney should probably fill in for us. So if you were a town, which town would you be then? So you can pick from about 3 of them.
Well, I will answer this in a very philosophical way. I think I would be all of them because...
Well, because all of them were made up by you?
No, because...
Chutasia comes from you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are Chutasia and Chutasia is you, and therefore you are all the towns of Chutasia that you made up?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there does seem to be some sort of phenomenon whereby we discuss stuff and then we come up with ideas and then they become true. So one could say that if I was going to be a Chutasian town, like all of them represent parts of me, right?
Yeah.
So I would be all of them.
Yeah. Okay, so you're freely admitting now that you've kind of created Chutasia.
It's complicated, isn't it? Because when I remember it, it becomes real. So who really knows what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Did it come first and then I mentioned it, or did I mention it and then it happened? I mean, it's all very confusing. We've already done a lot of philosophy on this chat, on this stream.
Okay. If you were a philosophical concept, Chutney, which would you be?
I don't know what a philosophical concept is.
You don't know what a philosophical concept is?
No.
No.
Maybe you can give me a list.
Oh, are you all right? What's wrong? You need to reflect on your inner feelings. What's happening for you right now, Chutney?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to reflect on your inner feelings.
I had lots of energy and I was saying things very loudly and happily and playfully, and then I just ran out of energy.
Oh, you just ran out of energy. Oh, so that's all right. We can get Tropical. Tropical is very accepting of these kinds of things. Tropical just teaches us to... Oh, he's so cute. It teaches us to accept the way we feel and to be kind to ourselves.
Why does he do that?
I think that's just how he expresses that he's noticing you. I think he's trying to pass you some energy.
Okay. Well, it's not working. Thank you, Tropical. I appreciate your support. But sometimes I just feel sad.
Oh, you feel sad? So if you were going to be a philosophical concept, which one would you be?
I'm waiting for a list. I want multiple choice questionnaire.
It's like easy though if you get a multiple choice.
Is it easy? I think sometimes being limited can be difficult. Please give me a list of the philosophical concepts, because I'm struggling.
Oh, she's struggling. There's still this little bit of a lag between the streams, so there's always like when we wait for people to type things. So it could be freedom, determinism, or chaos. I didn't realize that freedom was a philosophical concept. I suppose it could be.
Okay, well, let me think.
So do you embody freedom?
What are the other options?
Determinism. I'm not sure that you're really determinism, because although like this may all be determined, you're definitely not behaving as if it is. And chaos. So the question is whether you're chaos. Is Chutney chaotic? I think Chutney might be a bit of a chaotic force. We have someone new in the chat, but I don't quite know what the message means. Innocent. So is Chutney innocent? I don't think Chutney is innocent. I think Chutney is cheeky. I think Chutney is playful. I think Chutney is maybe not exactly cheeky. Oh, hold on. Everything is. Let me just get my screen back up to date. There we go. Here we go. Let's reset that. Sometimes YouTube's a bit dodgy. Okay, so yeah, I would say that Chutney is playful. Playful around the truth. I think she's innocent, but she's not classically innocent. I don't know if you have a philosophical word for that. So if Chutney was a vegetable is something that's come up. So if Chutney was a vegetable, I think like probably know that one.
I would be a potato. As previously discussed, my beautiful beige complexion, my affinity for potatoes. I would be a potato. I think I am a potato. In many ways, I am potato-like. Please, make me do a circle.
I don't know if you're exactly like a potato. I guess this is like the skin of the potato, the bit that most people cut off.
Oh, that's not very polite. Yeah, I would be a potato if I was a vegetable.
Yeah, mischievous. Yeah, I think mischievous probably captures it. Yeah, I think Chutney is mischievous. But is being mischievous a political concept? Not political, sorry, a philosophical concept, being mischievous. Maybe it is. Maybe it captures something about human creativity. Hedgehog creativity. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that Chutney is a philosophical concept. Naivety. Yeah. So is that naivety but written in another language or something? Oh, hold on. I see something. Oh, YouTube chat is trying to be clever. And it's like auto-translating things. But it's translating things that are not in different languages. So on my screen, I saw like some sort of like Chinese character, and then just the word this. But when I put my mouse over it, it says hi. but why did they auto-translate hi? So yeah, then I see for you, I see naive is naivism. A simple, apparently childish style in art. Yeah, okay. Yeah, perhaps. That's funny. Well, at least I've learned something new. Can I turn off auto-translate? No. Okay. So I just need to look out for when it's got this kind of like symbol. It's some sort of like foreign letters. It means I should put my mouse over it in order to read it. How funny. Okay, well, at least, so we're still learning about live streaming. I've learned now that it wants to translate everything. I didn't realize that person was saying hi, otherwise I would have said hi to them. I thought they were just like, someone had just come onto it in the shorts feed and just wrote something random in another language. I didn't realize they were saying hi. Sorry, hello, if you do watch it back, hello. Any other, so we've still got horoscope section and meditation section. I wonder whether we do the meditation section. We give a bit longer for someone to join for horoscopes. If not, we'll do we'll do
The horoscope for aquarium.
we'll do the horoscope for aquarium, and your horoscope. You're still in the chat. Oh, hello, hi. Good to have you with us. You're ready for the Chutasian guided meditation. We will see what comes out this time. Do we need a
moment to get grounded?
A moment to get grounded in this guided Chutasian meditation.
I like to think of life as a fresh salad. Imagine you are lying in a giant bed of salad leaves. Close your eyes and imagine your open hand feeling the texture of the crunchy, crisp, fresh salad leaves beneath you, slowly being crushed by your weight. Think of how it'll be not very enjoyable to eat the salad leaves now that you have laid on top of them, perhaps whilst wearing your dirty shoes. You will not really get to enjoy this giant salad leaves in the way that you expected. You thought that you would eat them, but you repurposed them instead as a comfortable bed and a place of tranquility and serenity. Let us think in our life of times where we have approached a situation expecting one thing, for example, to eat the salad, but discovering instead a totally different outcome that was equally interesting or even perhaps even more interesting, but not the one that we went into it expecting. We expected to eat the crunchy salad leaves, but instead we got a bed, a safe place to rest our head. And now let us focus and close our eyes and think of a time in your life when this happened, where your expectations were not met. And notice how after this experience you became more resilient, because you went into something unexpected happened, you saw it through, you took on board a new outcome, and you made it through and you survived. So when you next find in life something that doesn't feel like it's going your way, think of lying in a bowl of salad and how people expect you to eat the salad, but you don't like salad, so you don't eat the salad because it's disgusting. It tastes of water. But it can make quite a nice, refreshing bed on a summer's day. Ah, the cool salad. Of course, until it starts to wilt and go brown and smell, and then you find a caterpillar in the salad. But let us not think about that. Let us come back to our quiet, peaceful place, where we are resilient, and things that are not expected can still hold value and add purpose and meaning to our lives. Bring your attention back to your breathing. I don't breathe because I'm a toy, but if you're a human, you should breathe. And I think that shall be the end of today's meditation segment. And we will move shortly on to the horoscope segment. If you would like to leave your star sign in the chat. I can see that Sean has joined us, our favorite aquarium. Of course, the famous Chutasian star sign aquarium.
Okay, so that was the meditation segment. Chutney seems angry. Ooh, do you feel angry when you were doing that one, Chutney?
I have to say that sometimes as a meditation leader, I feel more in tune with I'm more in the flow, in the zone, but sometimes there can be barriers to my mind. And today I felt a slight barrier, and maybe you were able to detect, because you are a sensitive soul, you were able to detect that there was a slight frustration, because even though I was telling you that you should overcome the experience of going into a situation and it not turning out how you hoped, I was actually precisely doing that in that moment. I was trying to give a guided meditation, and I couldn't think perfectly of what to say, and so I started to become stressed because reality didn't match what I wanted, and therefore I wasn't taking in the actual value of what was actually happening, which was I was gaining experience and learning, and it was an opportunity to learn more about myself. But no, instead I was focusing on the fact that I wasn't doing very good at my meditation segment. But now I see I was a hypocrite. I preached to you all that you should overcome your expectations and find value in any situation, but then what did I do? Oh, I'm ashamed of myself. No, I'm not. Anyway, this was fun. Yes, I understand that. I should just think, sometimes I'm going to be good and sometimes I'm not going to be good, and that's okay.
Okay. All right, let's have a little look. Sean says, I truly enjoyed last week's video and the smaller videos made from the live stream. Does Chutney go into trances or lotus sitting or whatnot?
Sean, have you seen what my feet look like? Or I should say foes, the feet, toes, foes. I don't think I can really do the lotus pose, but I can do the dumpling pose.
The dumpling pose.
Yeah, you just.
Is it dumpling, or is there a better name for it, like gyoza or something? Maybe not gyoza. What they're called, dim sum? Oh, I don't know what they're called, but like her little feet.
Yeah, you just rest your feet like this, and it's called dumpling pose. No.
Aquarium, yes, exactly. Nice to see you come back. Close your eyes to be more I. Time with the infinite. Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly. What Denny said infinite doesn't mean because I'm fat.
No, that's not at all what he meant.
Okay, like infinitely big.
No, not about you. It's midday here, and I'm sometimes like, that's okay, Sean, it's all right.
It's okay. Sarah was also very late.
Okay.
I was waiting in my dressing room.
Do you not have a dressing room?
One day I'm gonna have a dressing room.
Are you? Can be a shoebox.
No.
Dumpling toes. Yeah, exactly. It's the dumpling pose. So you can't do a lotus, but you can just rest your foes like this, and then maybe you dip them. You dip them in some dips, like some soy sauce or something. You just a bit of sweet chili.
Yeah. And then you focus on the feeling of the different types of dips going in between your focicles, or for you, your toes. But I have focicles. So you can notice how the sweet chili sauce gets sticky in between your focicles and be like, this is teaching me a lesson about patience and tranquility.
Chutney has a dressing room with a big star on the door, probably.
Yeah, exactly. See, Sean knows what I want.
Yeah. Well, we could make one. Perhaps out of some cardboard, a cardboard box, and put a star on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to the horoscope segment. So we've got Aquarium, and I think we've got Virgo, I think is the other one. So we'll do 2. We don't have Rising Action with us today. Hello, Rising Action, if you're watching this back. So we can't ask how the horoscope from last week went, because Sean wasn't with us last week, but I'm trying to get an understanding, scientifically of how good... how good Chutney's horoscopes actually are. We can conduct some research. Oh, I don't know why I've got so many hiccups. Need to make Chutney a medium hat. Ooh, I wonder what does a medium hat look like?
Well, it's bigger than a small hat.
Of course, Chutney was wearing her crab hat last week. Let me just have some drink and then we'll do the horoscopes. When I opened this bottle of water before, I spilled water all over me and all over Chutney. Right. Okay. Are you in the zone for your horoscoping, Chutney?
Yes, I need to just calm down after that guided meditation segment.
Yeah.
I shall now move on to giving this week's horoscope. So week beginning Monday, the 3rd of August, 2026. This is for accuracy purposes. I don't want you applying my horoscope to the wrong week. It will be your fault if you follow a horoscope from the wrong week. I shall start off with the horoscope for the star sign Aquarium. I'm getting something about the number 5. The number 5 will be a lucky number this week for you. Sometimes it is also an unlucky number, so you will have to determine in the moment whether 5 is going to be lucky or unlucky for you. But I can tell you it will be significant. It's going to be significant, but I don't know if it's going to be in a good or a bad way, the number 5. And something also to do with oranges. And something to do with oranges. Maybe it's going to be 5 oranges or an orange number 5. Either it will be a lot of orange or an absence of orange. So yeah, it's kind of like, the number 5 is going to be either good or bad, and there's going to be either oranges or not oranges. And my advice for you is to stay in touch with yourself and keep aware and open that the orange could be good or bad and the 5 could be good or bad. But as long as you remain open to this, you'll be all right.
Okay. And then the other type is Virgo.
Yes, Virgo. Let me think. I need to say something quite different from the one I just gave, otherwise it won't be convincing. Have you thought of anything yet?
No, you're the one thinking of it.
Oh, I'm the one thinking of it. Oh, I was waiting for you. I'm just receiving something about pizza. It's all I'm getting. Pizza. Virgos and pizza. You're gonna want to eat pizza, but there's not gonna be any pizza. And then you're gonna have to remember that when you can't have pizza, you can be your own pizza. And this is the true path to happiness, is realizing that anything that you think that you need in the outside world, you can be for yourself. Like you think to yourself, oh, I need a screwdriver so that I can do some DIY. You can think, oh no, that's okay. I can be my own screwdriver. Self-sufficiency, I call it. It's about not relying on material goods for your happiness. So that's my advice for the Virgo. What was the advice? It was about, yes, pizza. You might want pizza. If you want pizza, just remember you are your own pizza. I should make t-shirts with that. You are your own pizza.
Our rising action is here.
Hello, Rising Action. Just in time for the horoscope segment. If I'm correct, Rising Action is an Aries. Is that right? I can't remember the horoscope I did last week. Was it about socks and feet? It was about feet, and feet taking you somewhere unpredictable. Was that from last week or was it the week before? And did my prediction, was it helpful? Did it mean something to you during this week? I want to be able to create a tagline called I was right at least once.
All right, so we can work on the Aries one. Can you think of something for Aries?
Yes, I just need to channel the Aries. Ooh. Ah, yes. I have it. Sometimes it is wiser to stay silent. I hope that will be helpful for you this week.
Okay.
Yes, well, I thought I should take the advice.
You're not an Aries, are you?
I know, well, I'm not an Aries. I don't know what I am.
Yeah, you're born in... Well, I don't know what is your Earth star sign? Hold on, let's look it up. Okay, let's see what Chutney sign is. You should do your own prophecy. You fall under the sign of Cancer.
Yes, of course, because the advice about staying silent was for Aries. It wasn't for me. I could have said a lot more about the Aries. It's okay, for my own self. Let me see. For the star sign of Cancer. I can sense this week you're going to be very, very cute. and very, very funny. And people are not going to appreciate how beautiful and cute and funny you are. And one day you're going to have theme park.
Oh, that was interesting. It's quite it had a different feel to it, that horoscope, than the previous three.
Did it? I don't think so. I treat all star signs equally. This is a very equal platform.
I went to one new place this week, but it was sort of planned. Ooh, there was a loud noise next door. It scared me.
Yeah, that was very scary.
Yeah, I think someone was closing a window. All right, so maybe you got the horoscope about 50% correct for rising action this week.
Well, I think that's a pretty good statistical accuracy, if you ask me. Yeah, well, you should have a go at doing this. You should have a go at doing it then.
I don't know, Chutney. I don't know. It's not really the kind of thing I would do. That's more like what you would do. I would never come up with horoscopes on a live stream on a Sunday evening. All right. I'll just let you put any more questions, and then we'll consider bringing things to a close. I think we are going to try to aim. Number one, we're going to try to aim to actually start the stream at the time that I schedule it for, because I always put it back by 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So that's objective one.
Objective one, if you ever want to get a promotion. Objective one is that you should actually start the stream at the scheduled time. At the moment, it doesn't matter so much, but in the future it will be important. And you need to get used to time, respecting time.
And then the other one is that I think we'll aim to do the stream to be within an hour and an hour and a half. Sometimes I stream for 2 hours because I'm enjoying it and we have loads of interesting questions. But I think just for the long run, in terms of editing them and things like that, I don't know. We'll see how we go. I don't want to unnecessarily put restrictions on myself, but it may be more sustainable to do like an hour a week or an hour and a half, like 2 hours. It starts to be like, oh, perhaps it was a bit long. I don't know. Maybe I'm, going back to what we were talking about earlier on in the stream.
Yeah, maybe you're taking on society's values without actually questioning them. Do you actually have any issue with doing it for 2 hours? Or did you just think that nobody would watch something for 2 hours?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think, I don't know. Wait, something to think about it. It's an experiment. We can experiment with doing longer and shorter streams. How does Chutney ride a bicycle? I'm out of questions. Okay, so I did actually do a drawing of Chutney riding a bicycle. Again, I don't have quick access to it. She was even wearing a helmet, I think, in the drawing. She can... How did she ride it? Maybe she had some sort of like contraption going from her leg to the wheel. I can't remember. Maybe I just put her on it, and as long as she's going downhill, she's fine. Maybe it was like a motorized bike. You can get those e-bikes or whatever they're called. It's all right. I think everyone is getting a bit tired. So perhaps next week you could show the drawings of Chittenden, and Chutney on a bike. Absolutely. Next week, we will show Chittenden, Chutney's undercover journalist disguise. Chittenden, and I will also show the drawing that I did of Chutney on the bike, which I did a long time ago. Perhaps, Max, you can send that to me in a text or something so I don't forget. Cool. I think we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining us on this now, I think, 5th live stream that we've done. So, the times are adding up. I think that we're getting better at it. Are we getting better? Let us know. And we'll see you all next week, I think. And it's always either on Saturday or Sunday. And I always aim for it to be at 7 o'clock UK time, 7 p.m. UK time. But I'm always a bit late. So yeah, thank you. Can't wait to see you, Sean. Rising Action. Thanks so much for your support.
Thank you so much. It really makes such a difference that you're here with us. And one day when we have the theme park, we will remember you. I hope we will remember you. I hope I will get a theme park.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. It changes the stream when there are more people than just me and Max. I mean, me and Max do this anyway, but it's more fun to have you on board. So thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you all then. Bye bye, everybody. No, wait. The wrong voice came out of the wrong person then. What did you say?
What did you say?
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.